Hi everyone, I'm Eric Post. I'm the Director of Research and Development here at ITR Economics, and I'm here today to explain what one of our most important products that we produce, the core at a glance, how you can use it, why it's important, and also some of the most frequent questions we get about this really important tool. So first of all, what is it and why is it important? What we're looking at here is our dashboard of 7 key indicators for the core economy. So these are things that tend to track really closely with businesses overall. So industrial production, retail sales, business-to-business activity as represented by non-defense capital goods new orders, employment, wholesale trade, and GDP. So everybody who is an ITR Insider or an ITR Trends Report subscriber is very likely to care about what's going on in the core economy. So one of the things that we get asked a lot is, why is it that these growth rates are colored, and what does that coloring mean? So let's take the top line here, which is U.S. industrial production. So right now, the 12/12 rate of change as I'm recording this here in early 2022 is at 5.6%. And you can see it's colored green, and that represents that right now, as of the latest data, U.S. industrial production is in phase B, accelerating growth. So you can see the 4 phases, right? It could be blue for phase A, recovery, green for phase B, accelerating growth, yellowy orange for phase C, slowing growth, or red for phase D, recession. So depending on what the current color is in that current 12/12 column, you can tell what the phase of each of those core segments of the economy is in right now. But going forward, we have our outlook for 2022, 2023, and 2024. One of the questions is, okay, we've got 2.8%. That's the year-over-year growth rate for 2022. So just in plain English, what that means is we are forecasting U.S. industrial production to be up 2.8% in 2022 relative to 2021. So it is the year-end 12/12 rate of change for U.S. industrial production. We're forecasting 2.8%. At that year-end 2022, though, we are projecting that we'll be in phase C, slowing growth. So that's going to tell you that sometime between now and the end of 2022, we're going to be transitioning from accelerating growth into slowing growth. Look at the 1.6% there for 2023. A lot of people have a question of, well, why is this green, right? Usually you think of green as accelerating growth, that's a good thing. Why is that number lower than the 2.8%, which is that yellowy orange for phase C, slowing growth? Well, what it's telling us here is that the 12/12 rate of change is going to be lower for 2023 than for 2022. So 2023 will be up 1.6% relative to 2022. But by the end of 2023, we expect U.S. industrial production will transition from slowing growth back into accelerating growth. So you could think of the growth rate as coming down, and then by the end of 2023, it's going to pop back up. Then it'll climb more in 2024, ending that year at 3.1%. But before the year ends, it's going to transition back into slowing growth. So that's going to tell you what the phase is for each cycle of the year. Why is this important? Well, you can pretty clearly tell that by the end of 2022, you should be planning for the core economy to be in a slowing growth trend. By the end of 2023, 5 out of the 7 segments of the core economy are going to be accelerating as they rise. And in 2024, even though the growth rates are higher across the board than 2023, that will be ending that year in slowing growth. So that's why it's really important to pay attention to the phases. We use this throughout any of our core dashboards, not just the core economy, but the manufacturing economy if you're a Trends Report subscriber, financial module, or construction. So that's how to use this information and why it's so important. One of the things that this core dashboard allows you to do is compare the growth rates to one another. So if I look at this column for 2023, I can see that in almost every case, the growth rates for that year will be lower than they are forecasted for 2022. So that can influence my business planning. If I know my business moves coincident with the economy at the same time as the economy and has a strong relationship, I should probably be planning for lower growth rates in 2023 than 2022. If you're not sure of how your company relates to the core dashboard and how it moves versus the economy, our DataCast product can definitely help you out there. If you go on our website, you can find more information or just ask customer care and they'd be happy to set you up with that. So last but not least, I wanted to mention that these at-a-glances are really just the high-level overview of what's going on in each of these core segments of the economy. And if you're a Trends Report subscriber, you're accustomed to getting also much more detailed information looking at U.S. industrial production, what its growth rate is doing quarter by quarter, what its annual trend is doing quarter by quarter, and you also get about a 2-paragraph analysis from our economist team talking about what are the most salient trends in that for your business, what's going on in that market, and what it means for you. So if that's something of interest to you and you're not a Trends Report subscriber, please take a look at our website. Our customer care team would be happy to connect you there. So I hope that helps get some more value out of this wonderful product that we have, illustrating where the core economy is in various points in time. And thank you so much for your time. Again, I'm Eric Post from ITR Economics. Take care.